History. It's filled with stories of triumph, resilience, and the fight for justice. Yet some stories remain hidden in the shadows, waiting to be told. Today we bring you the story of a man who defied the odds, broke barriers, and made history as the first African voter in Britain, and a powerful voice in the fight against slavery. This is the story of Ignatius Sancho, a name that deserves to be remembered. From the harsh realities of enslavement to becoming a pioneer of abolitionist writing, Sancho's life is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Join us as we uncover the incredible journey of Ignatius Sancho, a man whose legacy continues to inspire the fight for freedom and equality. Ignatius Sancho's story begins in 1729, under the dark cloud of the transatlantic slave trade. Born on a slave ship, Sancho entered the world in a state of captivity. His parents' tragic fate soon followed. His mother died shortly after his birth, and his father, in a heartbreaking act of defiance, took his own life rather than live in bondage. As an infant, Sancho was taken to England, where he was enslaved by 3 sisters in Greenwich. His early life was marked by hardship and isolation, but even in the face of cruelty, a spark of determination burned within him. It was during these trying years that a chance encounter changed Sancho's life forever. The Duke of Montagu, a progressive aristocrat, recognized Sancho's intelligence and potential. He encouraged the young boy to pursue education and to nurture his talents. This intervention would set the stage for Sancho's remarkable journey. With the Duke's encouragement, Sancho eventually escaped his life of servitude and found work in the Montagu household. There, he was exposed to literature, music, and the arts, a world that seemed unimaginable during his earlier years. For Sancho, this was not just a chance for survival, but an opportunity to thrive. Sancho's newfound freedom opened the door to a life of learning. He immersed himself in books, mastering English literature and philosophy. But it wasn't just about acquiring knowledge. It was about using it to make a difference. In the late 1760s, Sancho began writing letters that addressed the pressing issues of his time. These letters weren't just personal correspondence. They were profound reflections on racial injustice, human rights, and the evils of slavery. Sancho's voice was bold, unflinching, and remarkably ahead of its time. In one of his most famous letters, Sancho reached out to Laurence Sterne, a renowned novelist, urging him to use his literary influence to condemn slavery. Sterne's heartfelt response and subsequent anti-slavery remarks in his writing highlighted the impact of Sancho's advocacy. This exchange wasn't just a dialogue, it was a cultural moment, bridging art and activism. Sancho's writings earned him a reputation as one of the foremost African thinkers of his era. His works were celebrated not only for their intellectual depth, but also for their humor and humanity. Through his pen, Sancho became a beacon of hope for the abolitionist movement. In 1774, Ignatius Sancho achieved something groundbreaking. As a property owner and a man of means, he became the first African to cast a vote in a British election. At a time when the rights of African and Afro-Caribbean individuals were virtually non-existent, this act was nothing short of revolutionary. Sancho's vote symbolized more than just participation in a democratic process. It was a statement. It challenged the deeply ingrained prejudices of the time and proved that African lives were worthy of equality and dignity. By the 1770s, Sancho had become a successful shopkeeper in Westminster. His grocery store wasn't just a place of business. It was a hub for intellectual and political exchange. It was here that Sancho solidified his role as a community leader, a mentor, and a champion for justice. This shop, modest in appearance, became the stage for a profound act of civic engagement, the casting of that historic vote. Sancho's voting rights were made possible by his status as a property owner. While this was a rare privilege for an African man in 18th century Britain, it was a testament to his resilience and determination to carve out a place of dignity in a hostile society. Sancho's writings inspired the abolitionist movement, influencing figures like Olaudah Equiano and William Wilberforce. His story shattered stereotypes, proving that African individuals were not only capable of intellectual achievement, but were also indispensable voices in the fight for justice. Sancho's legacy extended beyond abolition. His life and letters challenged British society to reconsider its views on race and humanity. He became a symbol of the possibilities that could emerge when individuals were given the freedom to thrive. Today he is remembered as a pioneer, not just for African rights, but for human rights as a whole. Ignatius Sancho's journey reminds us of the power of resilience and the importance of standing up for justice. From his humble beginnings on a slave ship to becoming a celebrated writer and the first African voter, Sancho's life is a story of triumph over adversity. His legacy continues to inspire generations, reminding us that the fight for equality is far from over. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the extraordinary life of Ignatius Sancho. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of individuals who changed the world. See you next time.